Taylor, and today I'm going to be talking to everyone about restricting gun laws. Did you know that statistically you are more than 100 times likely to die from guns than a terrorist attack? This topic on restricting guns is very important to us, especially now because of our new president-elect, who's very conservative when it comes to gun laws. I am here today to convince you that gun laws should be more restricted nationwide. I will be talking to you about how less guns will equal less violent deaths, how the Second Amendment is often vastly misinterpreted, and how guns are rarely used correctly in self-defense. How can we effectively reduce gun deaths? It's pretty simple, just cut down on the number of guns. Guns are the leading cause of death in two major categories, homicide and suicide, at 67 and 52% respectively. David Froome, a contributor for CNN, said in March 2015 that American children under age 15 are 9 times more likely to die from guns in the United States than any other advanced wealthy country in the world. In March of 2016, Lancet, a journal on medicine, conducted a survey on the effects of a potential federal universal background check for guns. It showed that gun deaths were reduced by a projected 57%, background checks for ammunition reduced deaths by 80%, and gun identification requirements could ultimately reduce deaths by over 82%. There's a popular statement that goes, guns don't kill people, people kill people. Gun laws don't deter crime, owners do. Criminals with weapons are much more likely to victimize a citizen without a weapon because there will be no resistance to their actions. If there are less guns to start with in the beginning, criminals will likely have less guns to obtain illegally. The Second Amendment is, today, very misinterpreted. It reads as follows: a well-regulated militia, being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms, shall not be infringed. From a literal standpoint, when the amendment was enacted, it was meant to arm all men in the local military exclusively. In 2014, Michael Waldman, president of the School of Law at NYU, stated that there is nothing in the amendment about the individual right to bear arms. It can be argued that all Americans feel entitled to own weapons. The Second Amendment has taken a revised meaning over the years. Now, anyone that is able-bodied, U.S. citizen, and of age will be legally able to obtain a gun. To this day, there are still no articles in the Second Amendment that specifically grant the right to individually bear arms. Most gun owners do not know how to properly defend themselves when a situation such as a home burglary occurs. Guns are almost never properly used in self-defense. Over 29 million violent crimes occurred from 2007 to 2011, and in those crimes, less than 1% of victims protected themselves with a firearm. There have been studies that show people feel safer in their homes or in a home that has at least one weapon somewhere in the household. A possible counter-argument for this may be, the problem with gun control laws is that they take away guns from law-abiding citizens, while criminals would criminals be ignoring these laws? So criminals would be able to still illegally obtain these guns, while the law-abiding citizens would not. More restricted gun laws would limit the initial number of guns, thus cutting down on the number of guns in the community. It is important that citizens know how to properly use these guns when a potentially violent situation occurs. I hope my words today will help convince you that guns should be more restricted overall. Ultimately, less guns will lead to less violent deaths. The Second Amendment is vastly misinterpreted, and guns are almost never used correctly in acts of self-defense. I hope in the future that gun violence is a thing of the past and something that no one will ever have to worry about. The amount of violent gun crimes has increased every year since 2008, and if we as a whole change our mindset on gun reliance, we can make the world a better place. This is my reference page where you can go to find more information about gun laws and the suppression of violent